And the reason that picture's up there is I think about chunk and chew in terms of like the intro to new material, or the material is a sandwich, and you would never shove a sandwich down a person's throat because they would choke and die. So, it's true, it's graphic, it's true. You would never shove a sandwich down somebody's throat, they would choke and they would die, or they would throw it back up, either way. And with chunk and chew, here's how chunk and chew connects to that. It might not seem like it does, but it does. Chunk and chew is you let them take a bite and you check to make sure that they've digested it, and then you let them take another bite of the sandwich. It's the same thing in teaching. You give some information, you check to make sure it's digested. You give some information, you check to make sure it's digested. You would never shove an entire lesson down a student's throat without checking for information, checking for understanding. They would die or throw it up, or magically digest it, magically. Types of questioning in Bloom's taxonomy. There's something that I heard as I was walking around that I think the two are very closely connected. So types of questioning are connected to the idea of an open versus a closed-end question. So closed-end meaning it's got a definitive response. Open means it's more up for debate, discussion. Raise your hand if you've asked a higher level open question and your students have struggled to answer it immediately. Okay, that's normal. Okay, put your hands down. The reason is when you are asking an open-ended question, open-ended questions are, by nature, just higher up on Bloom's. So they require a higher level of thought. So prior to asking that open-ended question, you want to get something, a question along here, so that you can check to make sure they have the base understanding before you go to the open-ended question. And so that's, I mean, I still struggle with that when I'm asking questions. It's something you have to be very thoughtful about. What is the base question that I have to ask my students before they can access the knowledge that's required to answer an open-ended question? And then finally, non-questioning CFUs. Take those strategies. Those are some great strategies you can use in your classroom starting tomorrow with your Friday lesson. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, let's go quick twice. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do before, second to last thing we're going to do is we're going to break up into CMA group. So this is going to be interesting because we also have Carver in here. So here's what we're going to do. We've got Renata's CMs, Gabe's CMs, Carmina's, Brian's, Chris's. Woo! And then I was going to have CMAs do this because I had a sixth one, and there are only 5 groups in Stevenson. But luckily, you guys are here. So Carver, this is you. Carver, this is going to be you. CMAs, will you help me with this yellow handout here? Thank you very much. So what this is, these are common pitfalls. Oh my God. Just make sure they get out. So what these are common pitfalls of checking for understanding. So Renata's group, you're going to have this everyone understand. Gabe's core members, you have only calling on the raised hand. Carmina, you have if one student gets it, they all get it. Brian's group, you have afraid to know. That's a fun one. Chris's group, you have asking one question with no follow-up. And then Carver's core members, you have over-reliance on the whole group to check for understanding. So here's the breakdown of time. So CMA groups, you have 3 minutes to familiarize yourself with your assigned pitfall and the solution. So they're on here. The solution directs you to parts of teachingisleadership.org. Do not access them. You can access them later. What you should do is think about the 4 strategies that we just did and how you can incorporate them as a solution. After that, you have 7 minutes to get together with your CMA group, and you have to create a skit to demonstrate how to do this the wrong way and then how to do this the right way. This is perfect because we have a stage. After that, your CMA group is on stage to give us a brief PSA of what this pitfall might look like in a classroom and how you would come up with a solution to address this in your own classroom. You only get 2 minutes though, so I'm not looking for like some fantastic theater production here. It's 2 minutes, you will walk up, you've got time for your PSA, and then we'll clap it on to the next one. So let's do, this is going to be interesting with space here. So here's what we're going to do. Where are Renata's people? Raise your hand.
Renata.
Ooh, all over the place. Okay, Renata's group is going to be in the back corner there.
Yes.
Well, Gabe's group.
material already.